Before he became a global icon, before he held 7 world championships, before he conquered the world in a machine capable of killing him at 300 kilometers per hour, there was a boy who was bullied, a boy who was told he didn't belong, a boy who watched his father work 3 jobs just to keep him racing. Every track he entered, every corner he took, every race he started, one thing followed him everywhere: racism, doubt, and the belief that someone like him should never become a Formula One driver. But that boy refused to break. This is the story they never told you. This is Lewis Hamilton, and this is the fight of a lifetime. But before the world knew his name, something happened that nearly destroyed everything, even before it began. Welcome to Empire of Legends, the place where extraordinary journeys come alive. Today, we bring you the unbelievable story of Lewis Carl Davidson Hamilton was born on 7 January 1985 in Stevenage, a small town that had no idea it was raising a future legend. His parents split when he was just 2. His mother walked away quietly, leaving Lewis and his brother with their father. There was no money, no comfort, no luxury, just survival. Hamilton later said, "We couldn't afford much, but my dad always found a way, even if it broke him." He was the only black kid in class, the only black kid at the track, the only black kid anywhere near a racing cart. He was bullied, mocked, punched, and kicked, and one day a group cornered him and tried to choke him with a tie. No one protected him, no one defended him. He learned to fight alone. But pain creates focus, and that focus led him to a machine that would change everything. At age 8, Lewis discovered karting, but karting discovered something else. A father with no money trying to support a son with unlimited talent. Anthony Hamilton worked as an IT manager, as a dishwasher, as a contractor, as a midnight cleaner, anything, everything, so his boy could race. But karting wasn't a sport, it was a battlefield. Parents told their kids not to touch the black kid. Mechanics sabotaged his kart. Crowds booed him, and still he won. And that's when people stopped seeing him as a boy. They started seeing him as a threat. One man noticed, Ron Dennis, McLaren's boss, and one meeting changed destiny. Lewis didn't know the price of this handshake, and one day, McLaren would turn their back on him. At age 10, Lewis walked up to Ron Dennis and said, "Hi, I'm Lewis Hamilton. I want to race for you one day." Ron wrote in Lewis's autograph book, "Call me in 9 years, we'll sort something out." 9 years later, he did. McLaren signed Lewis to their young driver program. For Anthony Hamilton, it felt like finally things would get easier. But they didn't. They got harder. McLaren funded races, but the pressure, the expectations, the fear of losing the contract was suffocating. And then came the day McLaren told him, "Improve now or you're out." Lewis was 15, a kid, but the world didn't treat him like one. One day, the McLaren bosses, frustrated with his performance, pulled him aside. "We are thinking of dropping you." Lewis froze. Everything his father sacrificed, every sleepless night, every race, it could all vanish. So Lewis changed. He trained harder than ever. He stopped talking to friends. He lived only for racing. And within a year, he was unstoppable. But even after surviving McLaren's threat, he was about to face the most impossible debut season in F1 history. 2007, Hamilton enters Formula One, a rookie, a nobody, a target. But in his very first race, he overtook the reigning champion around the outside at turn 1. Commentators were shocked. This wasn't a rookie, this was a weapon. Throughout 2007, he destroyed expectations. 9 podiums in first 9 races, beating Alonso, a 2-time champion, leading the World Championship as a rookie. But pressure grew, team politics grew, and one moment, one mistake cost him the title. He lost the title in his first year, but next year, something historic was waiting. 2008 was not a racing season. It was war. Every race, the media attacked him. Fans booed him. Drivers targeted him on track. And yet, he fought. Final race, Brazil. Rain pouring. Championship on the line. Last lap, last corner. Lewis overtakes Timo Glock and becomes the youngest world champion in history. Anthony Hamilton cried. Lewis broke down. For one moment, they finally won. But champions don't get peace. After 2008, his life fell apart. After 2008, Hamilton's world changed. Friends used him. Media twisted his words. His relationship with his father cracked under pressure, and his form collapsed. The world said Hamilton peaked too early. He's finished. And for the first time, Lewis believed them. And then he made a decision everyone called stupid. 2013. Lewis leaves McLaren to join Mercedes. People laughed. Experts mocked him. Career suicide, they said. But Lewis knew something the world didn't know. A storm was coming. The storm arrived in 2014, and it had the face of Lewis Hamilton. From 2014 to 2020, Lewis Hamilton became something else. Not a driver, not a champion, a phenomenon. 6 world championships, 103 wins, 104 poles, most laps led in history, most podiums ever. He destroyed records, he dismantled rivals, he redefined F1. But still, the world refused to accept him. But the world was about to witness the most painful chapter in F1 history. 2021, the greatest season in modern F1. Lewis versus Max, skill versus aggression, history versus destiny. Final race, final laps. Hamilton leads comfortably until one call, one decision, one controversial lap changed everything. On the last lap, Lewis lost the World Championship because of a rule-breaking decision. Millions felt it. Lewis felt it more. He sat in the car, silent, broken. Everyone thought he would retire, but Lewis Hamilton doesn't break. He returned, stronger, hungrier, determined. A boy from Stevenage who faced racism, poverty, betrayal, heartbreak, and injustice, became the greatest driver the sport has ever seen. This is not the end. This is the evolution. They tried to stop him. They failed. He's still writing history. This is Lewis Hamilton, and this is Empire of Legends.
Legends are not born, they are made. See you in the next story.